ॐ श्री गणेशाय नमः। ॐ श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्रीराम जय जय राम। 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 जय जय राम। जय जय राम। ॐ रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेधसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीतायाः पतये नमः। ॐ श्रीरामचन्द्राय नमः। अतुलितबलधामं हेमशैलाभदेहं दनुजवनकृशानुं ज्ञानिनामग्रगण्यं सकलगुणनिधानं वानराणामधीशं रघुपतिप्रियभक्तं वातजातं नमामि। रघुपतिप्रियभक्तं वातजातं नमामि। ॐ श्री हनुमते नमः। ॐ ध्यायामि चिन्मयानन्दं गुरुदेवं महामतिं प्रेमपूर्णं क्रियाशीलं सदा लोकहिते रतं कृपालुं सुन्दराकारं समर्थं सत्यदर्शिनं वाचा तत्त्वप्रकाशिन्या शोकमोहविनाशिनम् ॐ श्रीचिन्मयसद्गुरवे नमः। ॐ नमः श्री तुलसीदास सद्वरिष्ठाय धीमते पूरितं हृदयं येन रामप्रेमामृतेन मे। ॐ श्री तुलसीदासाय नमः। Hari Om, a very warm welcome. Raja Janaka paid all types of respects to Dasharath Maharaj, and both of them were so very happy and they embraced each other before leaving. At that time, very interesting thing happened. We all know that the Bharat was walking and Janaka Maharaj also came along escorting a very, very long way, and then finally Dasharatha came down from the chariot and asked Janaka Maharaj to return. At that time, while they were exchanging their beautiful emotions, Janaka Maharaj spoke. And this very beautiful section is called as Janaka Stuti. We will see about it. Now we will proceed with the 341st Chaupai, and after 6 lines the Janaka Stuti will start. Alright, we will read. Muni Mandalihi Janaka Sirunava Asiravadu Sabahi Sanapava Sadara Puni Bhete Jamata Rupasila Gunanidhi Sababhrata Jori Pankaruha Pani Suhaye बोले बचन प्रेम जनु जाए राम करो के ही भांति प्रशंसा मुनि महेश मन मानस हंसा करहि जोग जोगी जेहि लागी कोहु मोहु ममता मधु त्यागी व्यापकु ब्रह्म अलखु अविनाशी चिदानंदो नर गुण गुण राशि मन समेत जेहि जानन बानी तरकि न सकहि सकल अनुमानी महिमा निगम नीति कहि कहई ज्योतिहु काल एक रस रहई नयन विषय मोकहु बयऊ सो समस्त सुख मूल सबई लाभु जग जीव कह भये ईसु अनुकूल सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय सद्गुरु नाथ महाराज की जय मुनि मंडली जनक सिरुनावा. We all know a huge retinue from Ayodhya had come along. In that particular retinue there were a lot of sages and saints also who came along. Muni Mandalahi, in that whole gamut of sages who were there, Janaka Sirunava, he bowed his head. He must have done a Dirgha Danda Pranam also. Asiravadu Sabahi Sanapava. He received blessings from all of them. What a great opportunity, is it not? Sadara Puni Bhete Jamata Rupasila Gunanidhi Sababhrata. After doing namaskaram to all these sages and saints, he came to his sons-in-law. All the 4 of them are there. Who are they? Rupa, Sila, Guna, Nidhi, Sabhabrata. Every one of them are Rupa, very beautiful. Sila, full of virtues. Guna, excellent qualities. They are all aboard. Nidhi of all this. Not just Ramchandra ji, all the 4. He Sadara Puni Bhete Jamata. He reverentially, very beautifully, very lovingly, with lot of love and care, he embraced all the 4 of them one after the other. Jori Pankaruha Pani Suhaye. Pani Suhaye. Pani here means not Pani water. Pani means hands. He folded his hands and very gracefully, Bole Bachana Prema Janu Jaye. He spoke in such beautiful words. We will see now. And it was out of joy, no doubt, out of great sense of love and care. But at the same time, the following words from now is called the Janaka Stuti, which gives what is the understanding of Janaka about Sri Ramchandra ji. Janaka Maharaj, he himself is a Vairagi, great Jnani, Brahma Jnani. What more is required? And such a great Vidwan, see what he says about Ramchandra ji. His knowledge of Ramchandra ji is beautifully depicted here. राम करो के ही भांति प्रशंसा. हे राम, के ही करो भांति प्रशंसा. How can I praise you? How can I extol you? How can I, perform gunagana? Because Muni Mahesa Manamanasa Hamsa. Who are you actually? Now he is describing what is the glory of Ramchandra ji, who Ramchandra ji really is. He says, you sport in the hearts of Muni, sages and saints, Mahesa, Isha, Shiva, Ishvara, Shiva, Manamanasa Hamsa. You are the very beautiful Hamsa Pakshi, beautifully swimming in the Manasa Sarovar of Shiva and all sages and saints. Karahi Joga Jogi Jehilagi. What do they all do? They are given to contemplation. They constantly, all the time, they are engaged in contemplation. And what is that contemplation about? About you only, O Rama. Hey Rama, you are the subject matter of all of their contemplation. All the yogis, including Shiva, all of them contemplate on one thought. What is that? Ram. You are that. But actually, who are you? Through that contemplation, what do they gain? Kohu, Mohu, Mamata, Madhu, Tyagi. All of them. Shivaji and all the sages and saints, what do? They give up. They renounce. What do they renounce? The feeling of Kohu. Kohu means anger. Mohu, infatuation, delusion. Mamata, ahankar, darpa, mamata. Madhu Tyagi, all that mother, in fact, we may say, Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya, all these 6 enemies of a sadhaka, Shadvairinaha. All of them one can give up by only thinking about you. The thought about you, O Rama, gives away, eliminates, eradicates all the 6 vairis of a sadhaka. That is your glory. Vyapaku Brahma Alakhu Abhinasi. Now he comes to subject matter. Who are you, O Rama? You are Vyapaku. Vyapaku means all pervading. God, reality, truth, supreme being has to be all pervading. It cannot be limited. Is it not? Sarva Vyapakatvat Brahma. Antarbahishcha tat sarvam vyapya narayana sthitah. Vishnu Sahasranama. Antar bahishcha tat sarvam vyapya. Bhagavan Narayana is sarva vyapi. He is the very supreme being. Therefore, Vyapak, you are all pervading Brahma. You are that Brahma. As Mahavishnu and as Rama, Avatara Purusha, there is a certain role which you have assumed for yourself, but who actually you are is, you are that Brahman who is all pervading, Abhinasi, the one which has no death. Meaning what? Sada Sarvada. You are the eternal, immutable self. Avinashi, imperishable. Chidanandu. You are that Sat Chit Ananda Swarupaha. We will be explaining at another place, we will be explaining all these in detail. Now this much is sufficient. You are the very embodiment of Sat Chit Ananda. Here it is given Chidananda. And then Nirguna, the one who is attributeless. You cannot say any attribute to Bhagavan. Because the moment you give an attribute, Bhagavan becomes, you feel Bhagavan limited to that attribute, 1 or 2 or 4, whatever. He is beyond attributes. Therefore, he is Nirgunaha. And then Gunarasi. Very interesting. It is 2 opposite words. One Nirgunaha, another one is Gunarasi. Meaning what? The one who cannot be limited to a guna, at the same time, the one who is the, storehouse, the very abode of all virtues. Sakala guna is with him, but actually he himself is Nirguna. What a beautiful thing. The gunas which is attributed as such are by people who look at him and who understand the way they want and then attribute some this one for their convenience. So that they may relate with him, they might communicate with him. For that sake they attribute certain guna. Maryada Purushottam Ram, one of the attributes. Isn't it? Pitruvakya Paripalana Ram. Like that, they see hear the katha and then they say, oh Rama, he is this, he is that. People give those attributes. But from the essence standpoint, he is attributeless. Nirguna, Gunarashi. What is Gunarashi? The one who is the embodiment, the one who is the very source of all virtues, which will help sadhaka to grow inward. Therefore, Gunarashi. And then he says, Manasameta Jahi Janana Bani. How can a mind and speech, how can they explain Rama? Mind is so limited. Speech, hardly anything. How can mind, which is so limited, and speech, which is again so very limited, can explain the unlimited and the very source of the very mind and speech? Therefore, Manasameta Jahi Janana Bhati. Therefore, all words return. All words fall short. Every mind has to return. That is why Upanishad says, Yato vacho nivartante apraapya manasa saha anandam brahmano vidvan. In the Taittiriya Upanishad it is said, Yataha vachaha nivartante. Words return. Meaning, words cannot explain. Aprapya manasasaha, mind also cannot comprehend. How can it be possible? Think. This eye, the physical eye, the mind which is seeing the physical world through this eye, how much can it see? Think. It is so limited. Now, how can this eye see the entire gamut of universe, all the multiple crore galaxies? How is it possible? Not possible. Similarly, to know you, O Rama, this mind and a few words cannot express. However, we have to take the support of the Upanishad Vakya, which tries its best to declare. But the best joke, Sant Jnaneshwar very beautifully says, Brahman is so pure that Brahman, the word Brahman, please be attentive, the word Brahman cannot touch Brahman. Swamiji, what do you mean? The word Brahman is a noun, is a name given to that supreme reality. Even to say supreme reality, that words cannot touch Brahman. It is the human being, great rishis who have given the name Brahman. But Brahman is only a nama to indicate, to point that supreme reality. But Brahman cannot touch Brahman. Meaning the word Brahman cannot touch the supreme Brahman. And hey Rama, you are that Brahman. Think. Tarakina sakai sakala anumani. It is only inferred by all. It is only inference. You can gain. Tarakina sakai. You cannot gain even through tarka. You can only infer to a certain extent, but that inference cannot be the truth. And with that inference, you may probably engage yourself in certain dialogues to explain, but that inference cannot explain. Think. Tarka. What is tarka? Tarka is debate. Even through debate, you cannot gain the knowledge of the Supreme. It is said, Naisha tarkena matiratmaneya. You cannot gain the knowledge of the Brahman through tarka. And at the same time, Sakala Anumani, all can only infer, but you are unchangeable. You are the same at all the periods of time. Why? The moment you say change clearly indicates limitation. Therefore, you are beyond all limitations, and because you are beyond all limitations, you cannot change. Because you are all pervading, you cannot change. Because you are the source of everything, you cannot change. Therefore, tarakina sakahi sakala anumani mahima nigamaneti kahi kahi. What does the Shastra say then? It says niti, meaning na iti vakyataha. They can only remove all what comes in the mind, but they cannot establish Atman. Think. They only remove everything. You have to lead yourself towards that. They will not say, okay, now this is Atman. Even Upanishads cannot declare. They can only point towards that. A pointer is not the pointed. Upanishads also point that Supreme, but that Supreme is beyond Upanishads also. Jyotihu kala ekara sarahi. You are the same at all three periods of time, past, present and future, for eternity. Anadi anantakala parichinna vastu. That Supreme. That, hey Rama, you are that. Janaka is talking to Rama. Please note. Nayana bishayamo kahu bhayavu so samasta sukhamula. Hey Rama, you have appeared in front of me for this physical eyes. You are that supreme immutable truth, but you have come in front of me for the sake of blessing me. And you are the so samasta sukhamula. All happiness put together and more. And the source of all that is you. Therefore, you have come to bless us in an objectified form. How blessed am I? How blessed are all of us? Janaka says, see, like for example, vapor, air cannot be seen, isn't it? You cannot see vapor unless it falls down as rain, manifests as water. Probably if you take it and put it into the freezer, it may be ice here, but in some places naturally it is like ice only. When it comes to a form, you can understand. What do you understand? This ice cube is nothing but water, and the water is nothing but the vapor. Vapor is unseen, water and ice cubes are seen. But all the three are nothing but water itself. Think. Hey Rama, you have come pratyaksha in front of me to bless me in all of them, but you are that supreme. I can touch water, I can touch ice cube. Similarly, I can touch you, I can embrace you, O Rama. How blessed am I? I just can't believe this, that Parabrahma Paramatma comes in the form of Sri Rama, and who is able to see me, I am able to see him, I am able to embrace him, I am able to speak to him verbally. Is this true? I just can't believe. Sabaila bhujag jivakah bhaye isu anukula. If only somebody can surrender at your feet, O Rama, what is it that he cannot achieve in this life? Sabala bhujaga jivakaha. In this life, everything is achievable. Bhaye isu anukula. If only Rama, if only Bhagavan, if only the God, Lord, whatever you may call it, if only He is happy and if He showers His blessings, His grace. Kataksha drishtya, it is said. If only He can do, what is it now? What is not possible for anyone to achieve? But remember, even though Bhagavan is Sarvajnaha, all-knowing, we must pray surrendering our ego. Very, very important. That is why it is said, prayers go up, blessings come down. Meaning what? It comes on us. Therefore, we have to pray to Bhagavan. His vision is in His hands, but I must allow Him to function through me. Therefore, our ahankara we have to surrender. Then you will see that Parabrahma Paramatma is very much available even in front of us. Think. Continuing. Sabahi bhati mohi dinhi badai nija jana jani linha apanai ho hi sahas das sarad sesa karahi kalap kotika bhari lekha मोर भाग्य राउर गुण गाथा कहीं न सिराही सुनहूँ रघुनाथा मैं कछु कहूँ एक बल मोरे तुमरी झहूँ स्नेह सुठी थोरे बार बार मागवु कर जोरे मनु परिहरे चरण जनि भोरे सुनि बर बचन प्रेम जनु पोषे पूरन काम राम परितोषे करि बर बिनय ससुर सनमानी पितु कौशिक वसिष्ठ समजानी बिनती बहुरी भरत सन कीन्ही मिली स प्रेम पुनि आशीष दीन्ही मिले लखन रिपुसूधन ही दीन्ही असीस महीस भये परस्पर प्रेम बस फिरी फिरी नावहि शीस सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय, बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय, सद्गुरु नाथ महाराज की जय। सब ही बाती मोहि दीन बढ़ाई। हे Rama, while you are that supreme Brahman itself, you are the ultimate reality itself, you are the very cause of this world, who is causeless, and you have praised me in every way in front of the such a big retinue, such a big bharat. You have praised me and accepted me. Nija jana jani leena apanai. You have taken me, you have accepted me as your devoted servant. Ho hi sahasa dasa sarada sesha. Hey Rama, if there were 10,000 Sharada, goddess of speech herself, Sharada Devi, Saraswati, Hohi Dasa Sahasa Sarada Sesha, 1,000 mouth, 1,000 hooded Sheshanaga, if both of them, and how long? Karahi kalpa kotika barilekha, for crores of kalpas, if they have to talk about you, it is not possible. Impossible to talk about your glory. And not only your glory. See, he says, one is talking about your glories. The second one is how blessed I am. Even that cannot be counted. I am so blessed that it has no limit at all. Therefore, your glory and the blessings which I have received from you, crores of kalpas, Sharada and Sheshanaga, even if they speak, it will not be enough. And more bhagya, Rava Ragunagatha, the tale of my good fortune, bhagya, the record of your virtues, your glory. I tell you, kahina sirahi sunahu Raghunatha. It cannot be exhausted. Why? It will continue and continue and continue and continue for eternity. Hey Raghunatha, मैं कछु कहूँ एक बल मोरे. I embolden myself. I derive all my strength from inside and bring it. And I want to say something to you. And this is my strength of conviction. Eka balamore. This is one strength I now trying to bring out and tell you. Tumari jahusane hasati thore. If a bhakta reaches your feet with bhakti alone, if a bhakta reaches your feet with bhakti alone, then there is nothing he cannot achieve. Patram pushpam phalam toyam yome bhaktya prayachati. Krishna said in Gita. Patram, one leaf. It is also very interesting. It is all singular. It is not even dual or multiple. Patram, single leaf. Pushpam, single flower. Phalam, single fruit. If at all you can. See, toyam, water. Leaf, everywhere it is available. Flower, it is available. Wherever you go, there are plants and trees which have got flowers. Any flower. Patram pushpam. Phalam, in case you can afford one fruit. Fine. Not even a big fruit and all. One kela, little tiny little kela. Enough. Banana. Toyam, nothing is available, no problem. One drop of water. But bhaktya prayachati. The one who gives with the slightest, feeling of devotion. Devotion, that feeling is more important. There are people who can chant all the Vedas by heart, without heart. They can chant by heart, but without heart in it. Bhagavan says, it is nice. You may be able to chant Vishnu Sahasranama, Lalita Sahasranama, Shiva Sahasranama, what not, all Upanishads. Ashtottara Shata Upanishads you may be able to chant. Or Viveka Chudamani, Prakarana Granthas, everything you may be able to chant. But if you don't have love for God, everything is nice. Everything is nice. It is not a routine. It is feeling. It is something which cannot be expressed through words. That love for Bhagavan. If only one sadhaka has got that much of love for Bhagavan, nothing more is required. And therefore he says, Bara bara magamu karajori. I fold my hands and request you again and again. Manu pariharai charana jani bhore. Please don't ever leave me alone. Let me always be at your feet and never make me deluded. And remove me from the dust of your feet. Never, delude me from your feet. Suni Barabajan. Up to this is Janaka Maharaj Stuti on Bhagavan Shri Ramchandra Ji. Suni Barabachana Prema Janu Poshe Purana Kama Ramu Paritoshe. Listening to these wonderful, polite, beautiful, loving, caring, deep thoughts of Janaka, Ramu Paritoshe, Bhagavan Shri Ramchandra Ji was so delighted. See, we also get delighted when somebody praises. But that is full of ahankara, isn't it? Ramchandra Ji has nothing to lose, nothing to gain. But he was feeling so happy, not because of the words of Janaka, but because of the feelings, because of the deep love and knowledge which Janaka possessed about Bhagavan Shri Ramchandra Ji. Therefore, Ramchandra Ji was so delighted. Karibara binaya sasura sanamane Pitu Kausika Vasishta Samajani. And Ramchandra Ji, now remember, even though he is the truth, he is Brahman, he came down to the level as an Avatara Purusha, and in the Avatara, he is the son-in-law of Janaka Maharaj. Therefore, he honored him a lot. He also praised him a lot. He also did namaskaram, and then Pitu Kaushika Vasishta Samajane, he treated Janaka in the same, at par with his own father, Dasharatha Maharaj, and then Vasishta and Vishwamitra. Look at that beauty. Look at that humility. Look at that reverence, devotion, love. Binati bahuri bharata sanakinhi milisa prema puna asishadinhi. Then Ramchandra said, now I will leave. And therefore Janaka turns towards Bharata, and then he embraces Bharata also. And now Bharata is younger. Therefore he gives him lot of blessings to Bharata. Whereas Rama, he knows that he is that supreme reality. So he seeks blessings for Bharata. And now in the Doha, Mile Lakhan Ripusu Danahi Dini Asisa Mahisa. And all the three of them, he gave lot of blessings. Bhaye paraspara prema basa phiri phiri navahi sisa. Overpowered by emotion, again and again, he bowed his head, folding his hands to all of them. Continuing. बार बार करी बिनय बड़ाई रघुपति चले संग सब भाई जनक गही कौशिक पद जाई चरण रेणु सिर नयन नलाई सुनु मुनि सबर दर्शन तोरे अगमुन कछु प्रतीति मन मोरे जो सुख सुजसु लोकपति चाही करत मनोरथ सकुचथ अहि सो सुख सुजसु सुलभ मोहि स्वामी सब सिद्धि तव दर्शन अनुगामी कीन्ही बिनय पुनि पुनि सिरुनाई फिरे महिषु आशीषा पाई चली बरात निशान बजाई मुदित छोट बड़ सब समुदायी राम ही निरखी ग्राम नर नारी पाई नयन फलु हो ही सुखारी बीच बीच बरबास करी मगलोगन सुख देत अवध समीप पुनीत दिन पहुँची आई जनित सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। बार बार करि विनय बढ़ाई रघुपति चले संग सब भाई। Paying respectful namaskarams again and again, Rama set out for his journey along with his three brothers. Now the Bharat is going to start. Janaka gahe kausika pad jai. Janaka is so overwhelmed. He doesn't want them to go. Now he went to Vishwamitra ji. Janaka gahe kausika pad jai. Charana renu sira nayana hilai. And then he touched the feet of Vishwamitra ji and he took the dust of his feet again and again, put it on his eyes and put it on his head. Charana renu sira nayana nalai sunumuni sabara darasana tore. Hey Munisha, please listen to him who has blessed with your sight, with your darshana. Agamuna kachu pratiti manumore. There is nothing unachievable. Everything is attainable. Unattainable, there is nothing. And therefore, this is my inner heart's conviction. Your darshana will give everything. Jo sukhu sujasu lokapati chahi karat manorat sakuchata ahi. And the joy, the happiness, sukhu, sujasu, the great reputation which the regional lords of the universe, all the deities of this universe, karata manorata sakuchata ahi. You know, it is so beautiful. It is so beautiful. That joy which one gets out of your darshan is something which cannot be described, and it is not even easy to expect after all. So, all these deities who are watching you, all of us now, in a manner of saying, they are feeling a little shy. Why? Even what they got is much less than what is happening here. So sukusuja susulabha mohi swami, and therefore such an joy and glory, reputation has been brought within my reach. I can see you. What more can anyone expect? Sabasiddhi tava darasana anugami. All achievements will now follow. I don't have to wait for it. I don't have to long for it. I don't have to work for it, etc., etc. Now that I have seen you, oh Lord, all the other achievements, they will follow me. I will keep going. Kini binaya puni puni sirunai. Again and again, he submitted himself to the Rishi, and then he fell at his feet. Phire mahisu asisha pai. Having taken the blessings of Vishwamitra ji, finally Janaka phire, he returned to his Mithila Nagari. Immediately Chali Bharat Nisana Vajai, again kettle drums, trumpets, all those started, indicating the Bharat has started. Ramahi Rakhi Grama Naranari. While the Bharat was going en route, all those villages, grama, maybe a little more city-like place, all of them seeing the kettle drums, everything, understood that the Bharat is coming. All of them came running towards that pathway to have the darshan of Bhagavan Shri Ramchandra ji. Pai nayana phal ho hi sukhari. Looking at Ramchandra ji, they were all so delighted, so happy, and nothing more needs to be done for them. Is it not? Beecha beecha barabasa kari magalogan sukhat deta avadha samipa punita dina pahunchi ai ane janeta. What a beautiful thing. All this while it took such a long time for the Bharat also to start and start and start and start. In one line he brought them to Ayodhya. Tulsi Das ji. Why? He could not wait. Halting at convenient places in between beach, bara, basakari. For what? You have to take rest and all. And then gladdening people on the roadside, giving lot of joy to the people on the roadside. Avada Samipa Punita Dina. They came very close to Avadhapuri, Ayodhya, Pahunchi Ai Janeta. The marriage procession finally reached the outskirts of Ayodhya, and the Ayodhya Vasis, the moment they listened to the kettle drums and trumpet, all of them came to know what? The Bharat has reached the outskirts. Now they will come inside. Hey Ram, my God, they were so happy. How happy? In the next chopai, we will see one more today. Because it is so beautiful, we will see that, and then we will stop for today and then continue tomorrow. Hane nisana pavana barabaje bheri sankha dhuni haya gaya gaje jhaji birav dindimi suhai sarasaraga bajahi sahanai purajana avata akani barata mudita sakala pulakava ligata nija nija sundara sadana savare hata bata chauhata puradware gali sakala aragaja sinchai जहाँ तहाँ चौके चारु पुराई बना बजारुन जाई बखाना तोरन केतु पताक बिताना सफल पूग फल कदली रसाला रेपे बकुल कदम्ब तमाला लगे सुभग तरु परसत धरनी मणिमय आल बाल कल करनी विविध भाति मंगल कलस गृह गृह रचे सवारी सुर ब्रह्मादि सिहाई सब रघुबर पुरी निहारी सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय Sadguru Nath Maharaj ki jai. Kettle drums were beaten, all those, sound and trumpet, everything, conches, sankha, duni, haya, gaya, gaje. The horse also making lot of noise. Why? It recognizes the home. Think. Recognize the homes probably. Trumpeting of elephants, all of the noise started. Jhaji biraba dindimi suhai. They even people also started, the cymbals, big cymbals and all, they were playing that and drums and everything. Sarasaraga baja hi sunai. And then, what do you call it? Shanai, it's one instrument. Even that was being played. Purajana avata akhani parata. The citizens were immediately, all of them got ready. Why? They came to understand the Bharat has come. Mudita sakala pula kavaligata. All of them were so delighted. They were, their hair stood on their ends, horripilation. The joy was so much. Nija sundara sadana savare. They started, see, it is in the outskirt. By that time they will slowly come. All of them decorated their beautiful, houses, and then all the markets, Hata, Bata, Chau, Hata, Pura, Dwari, the entrance, and even they started, cleaning up those places where some dust and all might be there, some leaves all might have fallen. They just cleaned up the whole place, and then beautiful, decorations were made. Gali sakala aragaja sinchai. All the roads were watered, with all perfumes and all in that water, so that while they walk there, it should be beautiful. Sugandha parimala must come. It should not be gandha, it should be sugandha parimala. And then market street, of course, we saw squares, all the circles and entrance of the city, everything. Jaha taha chauke charu purai. Here and there, all the, decorations, and then torana, everything. Bana bajaruna jai bakhana torana ketu pata kabitana. The bazaar was beautified. Everywhere torana was put. And you know what they did? They also put up they uprooted certain well-grown plants with all fruits and flowers. They uprooted and brought it and kept it in the road, so that it will be beautiful for them to walk with. Then flags and banners and canopies, everything were there. Torana ketu pataka bitana sakala puga phala kadali rasala. The list is being given. The arkanut trees, plantain trees, mango trees, bakula trees, kadamba trees, tamala trees, all of the trees they would bring, and then transplant it in the end route where the Bharat is going to walk. Lage subagataru parasata dharani. All the beautiful trees which were planted had lot of fruits and flowers and beautiful fragrance, etc., etc. Manimaya ala bala kalakarani, and lot of precious stones, etc., were all very beautifully decorated with lot of skill. All that required lot of skill. Decoration is a great art. Not everybody can do, but all of them were so skillful that everything was beautifully decorated. Bibida bhati mangala kalasa griha griha rache savari. In every house, mangala kalasha was kept outside on both sides. Torana and everything was there. So even looking at the very entrance of the house will communicate how happy the Ayodhya Vasis were to receive Bhagavan Sri Ramchandra ji, the sign of reception, the sign of welcoming. Very, very beautiful. Sura Brahma Adi Seha Saba. Even Brahma and Adi, Sura, all of them were filled with envy, as though Tulsi Dasi is giving a little beauty to it. Meaning what? That wonderful was the welcoming. That wonderful was the reception. Raghubara Puri Nihara. To see the wonderful birthplace of Rama. And of course, now they are going to see Ramchandraji himself. With that, we will conclude today and we'll continue tomorrow. सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय, बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय, श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम। श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम। सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय।